hadde bodd overnaturlige vesen side om side med det skandinaviske folk. De kan ikke merkes av menneskelige sanser om ikke de velger det selv. Usynlige har de hjulpet på gårder, hjulpet søyer på villspor å finne veien hjem, gitt assistanse ved kalving, ved harde vintre eller ved skogbranner. I retur har de fått noe av gårdens korn og melk. Vesen har fylt engene med blomster, vist mennesker veien til bortgjemte vann som kan vise dem glimt av fremtiden, og hvisket drømmer inn i ørene til dem som sover.
And welcome to another fun-filled, definitely not terrifying, stream session of us playing Vaesen, a Nordic horror RPG. Enjoyment might be dependent on how much you like horror and terror and scaring your players. I'm going to have a great time. We'll quickly go around and let people tell us who they're playing today. And a small apology in advance. The DM's brain has been fried by sunlight. If I get a little messy, I'll either correct or I won't, and we'll see if we can go from there. I see a lot of people typing, so let's just start with Mikyl. He looks the most chill right now.
Oh, hi. I'm Mikyl, and I'll be playing Komrik von Friedman. He's an American officer that is a little curious. So he likes to go off on his own for whatever reason.
I mean, curiosity is an excellent trait in horror PCs. Wilde.
Yes, hello. I am Wilde, Outlaw Engineer on Twitch and Twitter. I use he, they pronouns. And I am playing Fredrik, the servant to our very adventurous Linnea.
Speaking of our very adventurous and definitely not in any trouble at all, Linnea.
I'm fine. It's fine. We're fine.
It's fine.
Hi, I'm Eva. This is my channel. Thank you for being here. I am indeed playing the very stressed and very naive private detective, Linnea.
And last but certainly not least, Baker.
Hi, my name's Baker. I'm playing Astrid, who definitely was not responsible for the mess that we are all currently in. Because it's my birthday and it can't be my fault.
Yes, happy birthday to Baker. We will spare everyone's ears and not try to sing with Zoom lag. So we're just going to stick with wishing you a very happy birthday. And as a special present, you're allowed to do the recap.
Yay!
We already heard Mikyl didn't watch last week after he signed out, so maybe be thorough.
Yes. So, thus far in the Saga Falling Star, our heroes have not done much hearing. In fact, they spent the first 4 episodes kind of just screwing off. But this last week on Falling Star, they actually attempted to solve things. It did not go well. We're just going to be honest. It didn't go well. First off, they went to an asylum. Fredrik tried to have Astrid committed. Wait, was that last week or the week before?
Week before, doesn't matter. Keep going.
Okay. They went to a asylum. And upon leaving the asylum, Komrik decided to run off with Ariel from The Little Mermaid and leave us to our own devices. And so all of this is his fault. Well, Linnea, Fredrik, and Astrid all got into the carriage and decided to go to the church to meet a very, let's call him criminal priest. Let's call him a criminal priest. He seems very sketchy. Totally
can't
weird.
prove a thing.
Nope, can't except for I'm pretty positive he had Rollo killed. Linnea, being the ever-present socialite, went in to talk to the priest, and with her wonderful observation skills, noticed that for a very tidy man, his large cross on his wall was slightly off kilter, and he had some blood on his cuff or the statue Mary. I can't remember. I was looking. Astrid was looking at art, trying not to do anything that would set the church on fire. In the only responsible decision I made all day. Upon leaving, Linnea informed us that she felt that there was something wrong and that we needed to investigate the church. Fredrik, being probably the smarter of the three, attempted to convince us to just go on to where we were supposed to go and see the baby and meet the father. Linnea and Astrid did not listen. They decided to take a stroll in the church garden after seeing the priest bustle out, and in Baker's opinion, not Astrid's, to go kill Leelo. While strolling in the garden, they saw what Anniek described as a very unstealthy, awkward teenage boy. It's kind of slinking through. In an attempt to be sly, Astrid told Linnea that she would be right back with a flower for her while looking deeply into her eyes to attempt to convey that something wasn't going according to plan. And then Astrid, quite very self-fully, followed the the teenage boy, little boy sounds weird, to a mausoleum, where she watched him lift a very heavy stone slab, and instead of being like, you want to know what, that looks hard, let's go get the beefy boy, she went, you want to know what? And then hurt her back quite badly. It was bad. And then after hurting her back, she did manage to get it up for most of the way. Phrasing. Anyway. And light a candle and look down into the hole and could see that there was a body-shaped thing. And so Astrid, for about 5 minutes, debated on whether or not the body in the mausoleum would just disappear if she left. Went and got Fredrik and Linnea, who had no idea where she was at this point because apparently she did not convey the situation well enough, or at all, or in any shape or form. Fredrik came, and in Astrid's defense, attempted to also move the slab and hurt himself. Yes. Astrid is not the only one who hurt herself on the slab. So, with Astrid's back being so bad, shimmying down the rope would not be good, and Fredrik having 3 injuries at this point, we decided that Linnea should be the one to go down in the hole. Upon arriving in the hole, and this is going to get gruesome, guys, so I apologize, Linnea was lowered into the hole, where she was met with the eyes of our good friend Rollo. It had been cracked open and was bleeding profusely from the skull. Linnea, upon seeing this, froze in fear and panic and is now very close to being mentally broken. And it is up to Fredrik and Astrid to save her. To which I say, it's actually up to Fredrik. Astrid is useless in most things, and she's very sorry. Komrik, I hope you're having a wonderful date with Ariel. You left us in a very bad time.
I will point out that the injuries Rollo sustained were rolled for by our players as well. There is this lovely
I made
thing
up
called
to-
a critical injury table. Baker proudly displayed that she had rolled a 6, which put Rollo in the critical injury category. But other than that, I'm sure everything is fine. Fine. We did in fact leave off with Linnea staring into the open but unmoving eyes of Rollo. They face each other in the dank, damp cellar of this mausoleum. I think we're first gonna go check on Komrik. Who we lost sight following a figure in a cloak after having found an astrolabe in a puddle. Because again, nothing but good decisions across the board. Komrik, this figure was leading you back towards the harbor. Always making sure that they were pretty much waiting for you. Whenever you almost lose sight of them because they duck around the corner, they'd hang back a little. But no matter what you called out to them, there was never any response. How long do you continue to call?
I feel like I'd make it about halfway to the dock before I'm like, I just got to check back in with my friends. I obviously, it's not. I think it would be about 3 or 4 blocks. Actually, I'll just roll for it. 1 block before I'm like,
Oh.
you know what? This isn't going anywhere.
Half a kilometer at a very slow pace. So you're being led on this merry chase for, I think, about half an hour. There's a lot of stopping and starting and skulking and sneaking and making sure you're keeping an eye on them whenever they try to dart away again. And you are about... You're about here. You're just about back past Leelo's place. Only
Yeah,
a little more south.
Once I get to Leelo's, what is it called? The Drunken
Sailor.
Yeah, once I get to the Drunken Sailor.
That's not really Leelo's place, but it's the one she was running for a friend, holding for a friend.
So once I get to that point, it kind of like snaps me out of it. And then, I'm like, okay, obviously I've gone way too far. And so I stand on the side and make sure that it's still looking at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like making sure that I'm following.
Yep.
And obviously, the candies didn't work or anything. So
I mean, you're still alive. I wouldn't say they didn't.
yeah. So I put them on the ground right where I stand, and I said, "These are for you, but I gotta go. I can't follow you any further." And I slowly back up. I don't want to turn. I just kind of want to watch as I back away until, if a building gets in my way, then it is what it is. But
you back away without a problem.
keeping my eye on you. No. Aggression. No aggression, just curiosity, and I want to make sure that even with my hands up, like I'm just leaving this here for you.
You see no noticeable change as you back away. You have the feeling that whatever this is, it is incredibly patient. the back of your mind, you already know this is an island. You're gonna have to go back on the water eventually.
I wish Rollo was around. He'd know what to do.
Speaking of, let's go to our little group in the mausoleum. As I assume, Komrik, you're going to start making your way back north at least.
Yeah, I might even check in at the Drunken Sailor, just pop my head in and see if anybody was there.
Right. We'll go to the mausoleum group first and talk to you later. So, we have above ground Astrid, who definitely has no reason to be worried, other than the fact that you heard Linnea drop, because she did in fact drop because Fredrik was in fact too injured to lower her down properly, and she failed the test. Fredrik, who just dropped his lady down a dank hole. Linnea is underground, frozen in fear, mentally nearly broken because she tried to push her roll and failed again, staring into the unmoving, unblinking eyes of a bleeding Rollo. Linnea being frozen in fear, let's start back with Astrid and Fredrik.
Yes. So, is there an audible thud as Linnea hits the ground?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's less of a thud and more of a woof, as like the air comes out from between her petticoats.
Okay. So, Fredrik is just gonna call down and like, Miss Linnea.
There is no response.
Miss Linnea, I'm gonna need you to answer me.
Nothing.
So
You can see that the candle has rolled away on the ground. She's no longer holding it.
Astrid looks at Fredrik. Am I going down or are you going down? Because one of us is going to have to go down. Like, I have a feeling this is bad.
He's gonna hand over the coat rope to Astrid. He's just gonna yell down, Miss Linnea, if you don't answer me in 5 seconds, I'm jumping right down now.
Not answer in 5 seconds. She has another 18 seconds of being frozen in fear.
Yeah. Fredrik just jumps down.
Let me just unmute myself and repeat what I was saying, because my brain works real well today. I'm pretty sure I was saying I need you to roll for that.
Sure. Well, what do you need me to roll?
Let's see. Roll down a little more. Let's do agility. Since it talks about leaping out of danger, I'm sure it counts for leaping into danger.
Wait, agility?
Agility, physique agility.
Okay.
It literally says that you use it for jumping, so I'm just going with that.
Sure. What could go wrong, right? Oh, wait, that's right. I'm injured too.
You're real injured.
Wonderful. What can go wrong?
I mean, someone...
Holy shit.
Nothing but sixes?
Yes.
Perfect.
3 6s.
Nice. Look, you're just hella motivated because Lady Linnea is in fact in horrible danger. So you managed to jump down. avoiding the bodies of Linnea and Rollo. So bonus points for your perfect 2-point landing, balancing on the balls of your feet in the dark. In the light of this candle, now that you're down here, you see Linnea unmoving, eyes wide open, unblinking on the right, and Rollo, eyes wide open but unblinking on left.
I immediately tend to Linnea.
How do you tend to Linnea?
So Linnea's on the ground, right? Just kind of passed out-ish.
Just so
More
shocked.
like apoplectic. Like, you don't see any physical injuries or bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Although she did fall down the hole. It seems to be definitely more shock than physical injury.
So do the thing
Probably caused by the fact that Rollo's body's right across from her with a gaping head.
Right. So I'll do a quick check for any injuries on Linnea, then I'll sit her up, or I'd pick her up, bring her to the wall of the cave and sit her up, and just in her face just be like, come back now. Come on, Linnea.
That helps you step out of it.
Fredrik, I think he's dead. It's Rollo. I don't know what to do. She's gonna gather her knees up, her bruised knees at this point, and kind of just hug them while staring at, I don't even know if she can see him anymore, but where Rollo was.
Yeah, no, the candle stayed in front of Rollo.
What was I
His
thinking?
body is the most well illuminated.
But flickering, so it's almost like he's moving, but he's not, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you think you might see his eyes move, but you're not sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, look, you stay here and don't look at Rollo. I'll take out from my pocket a small bag of potpourri. Just put this up to your nose. You don't have to smell that. And I will check on him to see how far gone he is.
Okay, thank you. She will grab the potpourri like it is going to save her life, which is not technically in danger. And just... Oh, right.
And I guess I'll go check on Rollo.
Pretty much as described previously. He's on his side in the dirt. Very large wound on the side of his head. Eyes are open and unblinking. He is breathing very shallowly. There's something resembling a pulse. And judging by the state of his clothes, they basically shoved him down here and he rolled a little weight before having to give up.
I do have simple bandages on me. Can I use those to try and temper some of the bleeding he's going through?
You can definitely at least try and stop the head wound from bleeding, because head wounds are the absolute worst when it comes to ridiculous amounts of blood. I'd even say, considering your experiences, you wouldn't have to roll for this, since you're literally just holding the bandages on. And I'm going to assume you're smart enough to realize that you shouldn't push too hard.
Yeah. Should hope
There
so.
seems to be a little give in the skull. Like when you push the bandage on, it goes just a little bit. It goes in a bit too much, and then you manage to not cave it in.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure I've also had to treat a couple of Linnea tomboy injuries in
I think
over
that's-
time.
Hopefully none of this level.
You never know.
But again, I'm assuming you have enough common sense to not push down on a broken skull too hard. Astrid, you're left up top of the mausoleum, alone.
Okay, well, last time, trying to do something herself didn't work so well. And she's injured, and Fredrik's injured, and she doesn't think she'd be able to get maybe Linnea out, but probably not Fredrik or Rollo. Maybe Rollo. She's going to lean down and go, Fredrik, should I put the grate on top of it and go see if I can find Komrik? And by grate, I mean slab. Should I push the slab and back on top in case someone shows up? And give you guys an extra candle in my tinder box so you can light it. You're muted.
I would appreciate it if you do not lock us into this hole.
Please.
Well, what if someone
please.
comes back? Then they'll know you're down there. But what if someone might come back and then they'll know you're down there and then they'll definitely kill you? Whereas if everything looks normal, then you have a chance to hide while they move the grate and they'll only see Rollo down there.
Is there
and you
actually
guys can
anywhere to
hide.
hide in here?
I mean, you can get far enough away from the hole to be on the wall, and like they have to stick their heads all the way down and look around to see you. There's less things to hide behind and more getting out of their field of vision, provided they stay upside. If anyone comes down here, you're seen.
I don't. I just want to get out of here.
I'll get you out of here. Astrid, can you lower my coat
She does.
and hold the other end so Linnea can climb up out? I'll help you from here.
Astrid's going to grip onto the coat, but she's also going to, like, if she's close enough, she's going to put her body, like, behind one of the coffins so that she can use it as leverage to help lift up Linnea.
So the coffins were pretty far away from where the hole was, which is also why you could use it for leverage last time.
Okay. Well, I thought Fredrik had wanted to tie it around it versus like just trying to put part of my body
Not long
leaning
enough
on
to
it.
really do anything.
A coat isn't necessarily particularly long.
I thought we tied his coat and his shirt together. No? Okay.
I mean, if he wants to strip down further, we already have content warnings on the stream, but so far it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Is there anything that I can put my like feet in or something that I could gain?
Depends on if you trust the slab, because you can always hook your feet behind the slab that almost vested you
Sure.
before.
I'll just put like a foot on there to try and like so that if I do
get a little more leverage.
Yeah, so like if I do start slipping, there's something in between me and like just going forward.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So, I will take a force roll from Astrid and an agility roll from Linnea, who is being aided by Fredrik.
Oh, and
Sounds about right?
sure.
I'm just asking because I see a lot of panicked faces on this side of the screen.
Yeah, so Fredrik is essentially, doing the
You're
foothold
definitely
with the
not
hands
touching
boost.
any delicate parts, but definitely giving her a boost.
He's doing
Yeah,
the
like up onto a
foothold with
horse.
the hands.
Yeah,
So I
the stirrup.
only remove a dice if this was a mental test, right? Because all my conditions are mental.
All your
Yes.
conditions are mental. Yeah, you
Okay.
don't remove for
And I removed one for my wounded.
Yes.
Okay.
She's definitely not a problem at all.
I got a 2. I mean, not a 2. I got 2 6.
You have 2 6s.
One.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So you make it up, but it's pretty slow going. Fredrik, of course, is pretty wounded as well. So even when you're making the stirrup with your hands, your elbow and your shoulder, Fredrik, are screaming at you.
Mm-hmm.
What a terrible, terrible idea this is.
And
your face is briefly smothered by petticoats and other skirts. But with your boost and Astrid's assistance, Linnea makes it better.
And one thing that when just as Linnea is starting to use his handheld foot stirrup, he'd be like, and just remember, if someone is to give you flowers, it's only proper to reciprocate in kind.
What?
I feel like he's telling her to injure Astrid.
He's
No,
being
it's
sweet.
He's being nice,
Like,
Baker. Let it happen.
Ever said. And Linnea's just very confused because she's.
Look, even Fredrik is shipping this. Let it happen.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that. Thank you.
Parting wisdom, just in case.
I mean, I'll see you soon, right? As she's being like
Hopefully.
pulled up.
Into the waiting arms of Astrid.
Thank you. I don't think I could have stayed down there much longer. Okay. Yep.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by the cat butt. It's so hard to run a proper horror game when there's adorable pets left and right.
Fredrik, do I put the slab on now, or do I send Linnea to go get Komrik and I just stand here?
Please just leave the slab off.
Okay. Linnea, I think you should probably go find Komrik, because if I try, it's going to take me a lot longer.
Okay. Sanatorium. We sent Teet. Okay.
And Fredrik's going to yell out, why don't you both wait by the side of the road for Teet as he comes back with Komrik?
Astrid, leans down and goes, I don't think we should leave you here by yourself. They seem awfully
They
murdery
do kind of
here.
seem murdery.
I can handle myself. Just make sure the young Miss Linnea is away from harm.
Okay. Linnea, let's go outside the mausoleum and talk. And look for Teet.
Yeah, real quick, Fredrik, I don't know if this will help anyhow, but maybe, look, this is a big book. Is there a penalty for me, like, lending my memento out? It feels like there would be, which is why I'm asking. Not to give you ideas.
I mean, I was about to say not that Linnea's aware of.
Okay, I love that for me. Fair. Okay, she's going to hold her hip flask over the edge of the hole. Tune in next week for my new character.
I mean, should this... Oh, can I just be... Okay. As a kind of...
That's what we always say about you.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So, I'm not sure why you want to lend out your memento, but you could consider using it for yourself. Because you can use your memento to heal a condition by interacting with it. And since you are also on 3 conditions, perhaps Linnea looking after Linnea might be smart.
I don't know if smart is necessarily okay.
You're a lady detective.
We've established it is canon she's not read a single book about being a private detective. But she has read other books.
This is true.
Okay, then she'll scrap that and not say anything. She's just gonna pull out her hip flask and take a big old pull and meet Astrid outside.
Okay. Considering that your memento is a hip flask and you're dealing with mental horrors, I will say that that is a proper use for the item in question and let you heal a mental
Do I get to
condition.
pick? Does it matter?
You get to pick. I will point out you can
That's fair.
Do this.
Wait,
again.
ever? Or this?
Until... until you've been to confession, basically.
Okay.
So after the mystery.
I think
like when you reset after
not
the
going to church here in this town, so
I mean, you're supposed to go to confession with people at these
which is good because that makes
they won't commit you. They won't commit you when you tell them what you've been up to.
We're good. We're no longer hopeless.
Okay.
Yes.
I will say, since Astrid and Komrik or Baker and Mikyl have played this game before, this is an option for every character.
I just don't know how I'd interact with sleeping pills and still...
I know how to interact with sleeping pills, but I don't know how that helps you.
Yeah. Well, I assume sleeping pills to, like, knock myself out so that I don't, like... So my back just has full time to heal, but doing that right
now might not be a good time.
Though, could I, like... So some sleeping pills are also painkillers. Could I take part of the powder? Like, scrape some of it off and take it?
So, fun fact, not all sleeping pills are painkillers.
I said some sleeping pills are painkillers.
I'm looking.
Here I am, forgetting the educational tag yet again.
Every time. We always teach you something new.
I try.
What are you using?
Well, you're looking at that when Linnea comes out, Astrid looks at her and goes, I don't think we should leave him here by himself. He's really injured and it's going to be bad. And I can't move that fast anyway, so I would just slow you down. If I stay here and hide somewhere without telling him, I have a knife. I can do some scrying while you're gone.
That's
and that way
safe to
we
do
can get
out
that
here
done.
in the middle of nowhere.
No, I'm just making up excuses for me to stay here because I think Fredrik
Okay.
will die if we leave him alone. And I didn't want to say that to you.
Okay, I appreciate your candor.
I hear all this.
I don't.
Sorry, what?
Wilde is wondering
What'd you say,
if
Wilde?
they can hear
Okay.
this conversation.
They went outside, so we go with no. This time she
That's true.
specified that they went away.
Baker is much cleverer than I am.
I actually thought
She's been burned twice already.
Not even just twice. I think I screwed up once during another game and
Oh, yeah, no,
told a bunch of people so they
Yes.
shouldn't know.
And so you've done it in every game we've played together. Let's leave it there. I will also point out that your sleeping powder is most likely at least a third fucking opium. So yes, you can take it against the pain.
We're not going to. That seems like a really bad idea right now.
They went, yeah, no, in 1880s, they went, well, better make it opium.
What a tagline.
Some things have never changed.
Would I get a mental condition for that of just hopeless? Because I feel
I'm
opium
picturing-
addiction and hopelessness
I'm
go
picturing
really
like
hand in
our
hand.
Hand in hand.
like movie poster, like all four of us like back to back, and then just underneath, better make it opium.
Oh no.
It would certainly help some of you.
Okay.
I will point out if you use your memento and it breaks or it's a consumable, you have to spend an experience point to replace it or replenish it.
Technically,
Okay.
Before you start snorting your opium, I'm just telling you it's going to cost
Oh,
you
that makes
experience
sense.
to buy it back.
Yeah. Astrid's gonna be I think it's a good idea. I'll stay here. I have a knife. I can at least hold them off and hopefully you can get back with Komrik before. I know you would be better
I
considering
can
like
move.
well, you could shoot, so you would almost be better here. But how are you doing? Like, would you be able to kill someone right now?
I think probably now is better than any other time. I don't
Okay.
want to.
I could take.
I feel like there's a lot of reasons not to.
But if you hid like a little bit away, then you would still be like a little bit away so they couldn't see you, but close enough that you could shoot them if you need to before they enter the mausoleum.
Okay, I love that plan, but people do visit mausoleums for non-murdering purposes. And
Well, I mean, if anyone from the church comes here, clearly the church is involved.
you know, I was
The little
really
boy I saw come
prepared
in
to
here?
leave you here to protect Rollo and Fredrik, but now I'm kind of concerned that you're just going to kill anyone you see. You can understand.
I'm not gonna kill anyone I can see. If they're small enough that I can take them down without killing them,
It's
I will.
incredible that
But if,
somehow
like, the
you're still
priest
making
comes
it
back-
worse.
All right, would it feel better? I
I
can
feel if they're weaker than I am.
I said I wouldn't kill them if they're weaker. If it's the priest, I'm
But
going
you'd still
for
take
the
them out.
throat.
You'd still take them out. That's what you said.
Yeah.
I said I would knock them out. There's a difference. All right, fine.
Don't take them down so hard.
I'll take a little
Oh.
bit of opium and go find Komrik.
Oh gosh.
Hey, opium was a perfectly normal thing to take back then.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's why it's in your sleeping powder.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's not really going to like perk you up though.
But if I just take a little bit, enough to take the edge off so I can walk, It
So
was
it's not an
everywhere.
upper, per se.
Oh no.
We need some ecstasy to go with this. A little synthetic MDMA. Wait, does that violate?
It's a hypothetical. I think it's a
Sorry if
hypothetical.
that violates.
Moving on.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's walk away from that TOS violation and hear your actual plan.
Astrid has presented her case. She will let Linnea decide what we're doing.
Oh, well, okay, here's a question. All of Astrid's injuries are internal, right? Like, there's no blood anywhere. Like, Linnea's dirty and dusty. Do either of them look particularly more presentable than the other?
I mean, Linnea looks a lot grosser. After rolling around in a crypt next to a body that was bleeding.
Okay.
I also put out that Linnea's outfit looks like it should be clean and pressed, whereas Astrid, if she's filthy, people are going to go, yep, tracks.
All right. After careful consideration, I'll stay here.
That's one word.
Okay? You okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Good?
And Linnea takes out, Astrid takes out her compact and just starts scraping a little bit of powder off of her sleeping pill and taking it.
Yep. I might just look up the rules for addiction in this game while you keep going.
Not a lot, just a little bit. And I'm
That's
gonna
how
say
it all starts. I know, I can stop
Definitely
whenever I
how
want.
it starts.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm just gonna try it once.
And I'm gonna mark it as used, and I'm gonna remove my wounded tag.
Okay.
And she's gonna be like, I'm really sorry. I thought you would understand what I meant when I said I was going to
It's
go
been
get
kind of a hell
flour."
of a day, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it has. Well, I say when we get back, when this is all done, we just drink a lot. I think that's the way
You know what?
we deal with this.
Linnea says, as, like, the liquor in her flask has, like, already, like, started to warm her stomach.
One of you's drunk and the other's high. This is gonna go real well.
I'm so sorry, Kappa. I'm so sorry, Wilde.
I want it stated for the record. I am technically not the one who killed Kappa at the end of this.
I'm so sorry, small child that we haven't even met yet. All right.
Just wait until Lana finds out where you live.
Yep. Nope. That's not gonna go super well. The entire Drunken Sailor staff, I'm sorry. Okay, I will stay here. I guess right over... She's gonna look for, like, an appropriate spot, I guess. A blind. Oh, that makes it worse. And...
Are we talking to hide or to keep lookout?
¿Por qué no los dos?
All right.
No, I don't like the way you say that.
I
Just
don't
roll
know
me a
what
stealth
this-
check as you're appraising your lookout / sniper's nest.
One 6. No, 1 2. Yeah, 1 6.
Okay. All right, Linnea's hidden / on the lookout. Fredrik.
I wanted to look for one, and then I wanted to say, take care of yourself, Astrid.
You take care of Fredrik
Oh,
and
that's a
Rollo
lot more.
and yourself. Yeah, I'm more worried about you. Bye. Astrid is going to attempt to get away from the mausoleum without anyone being able to see her. So it doesn't
Help us
look
well,
like...
please.
Alright, so that's 5, 6, 7 dice. Okay, so that's 3 beers. So 3 6s.
Nice. Once again, no one knows where you went.
Yay! No,
That worked out real well for you last time.
I want it to be where no one, if they see me in the garden on my way to the church, it doesn't look like I came from the garden.
Okay, so it's more misdirection.
Yes, I want it to.
Okay.
I want to misdirect anyone in the church so they won't get suspicious that people might be at the mausoleum.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
And how far is it to the sanatorium from the church?
Well, if you look on your beautiful Roll20 map, we're talking...
My internet is a little glitchy right now, so if I have Roll20 open, everything kind of freezes.
All right, fair enough. So that's 6, 7 squares, about a kilometer. It's really not that far. Everything's like all of these 3 things are pretty close by.
Okay. When I get out to the road, do I see Toby? No, that's not his name.
Who the fuck's Toby?
Tate.
Tate.
Tate. Tate? Whatever his name is.
Let's just stick with Teet.
Okay.
For my personal sanity.
Is Tate there?
Did I say it wrong?
No?
He is not there.
Great.
Oh,
Astrid is going to move as quickly without drawing attention to herself as she can towards the sanitarium.
All right. So you're hustling. It'll take you about 10-ish minutes.
Also, Astrid did forget to put down Fredrik's coat, which probably will help.
As in you're wearing it or you're carrying it?
Carrying it?
Okay. Definitely not suspicious looking at all.
She's like bundled it up and is like holding it like it's a parcel.
Okay. Now, as nervous as I am for leaving Fredrik and Rollo in a dark hole together, we're just going to go back to Komrik for a little bit first, who is currently poking his head into Drunken Sailor. You see goats. You see people who should probably be working but aren't. You know the type. I'm definitely not one of them, but you know the type. And behind the bar, you see a rather burly-looking man. Big bundle of red hair, blue eyes, beard to match, sort of leaning one arm on the bar, and there's a crutch next to him as well.
Well, hello there. Have you seen my friends? We were here last night.
You should have noticed. I wasn't here last night because I'm supposed to stay off my leg.
All right. I turn towards the workers. Have you seen and the goat? Have you seen my friends? No. All right.
One of Leelo's teenagers sort of goes, "Not since you all left this morning."
Oh. Okay. Well,
sort of holding out a basket of soggy bread. Lunch?
Thank you. He will take a piece of bread because it's been a long day.
It's
not as long as everyone else's, but
no. It's quite nice. Like there's a bit of cheese on rye bread, very distinctly beer flavored because, well, it's a Drunken Sailor.
Yeah. Thank you. He kind of holds it up and breaks a piece off and takes a bite. So if they come back here, tell them that I went to the sanatorium. If you could pass that along, it'd be greatly appreciated to you. He reaches in his pocket, grabs like a copper and hands it over to the boy.
He actually looks a little disappointed because the night before you were tipping in gold and silver. You see this brief, like when your hand goes into your pocket, you see his face light up, and then he sees copper, and he's just. I'll give him a message.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I'll get some more money. We'll probably be coming back here to spend the night anyway, so don't worry about it. We'll be tipping big later. But if they come back here, please. We
went to the sanatorium.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Your name again? I'm sorry.
I don't think you ever got their name. Leelo just yells at them in a language you don't understand.
Right.
Fredrik, sir.
Nice to meet you. All right. I'm going to take off. Thank you so much. And he's going to take another bite of the bread as he walks out. He's going to look around, make sure nobody's looking, make sure that Leelo's not watching from upstairs.
I haven't seen Leelo at all.
And I'm going to hand over, hand the goat the rest of the bread.
You nearly lose your hand, but it is much appreciated.
He heads outside, and then I'm going to make my way down to the sanatorium as quickly as possible.
Okay. Fair enough. That is... Now I have to do some math on. Yeah, you would easily make it to the sanatorium, like around the time they're dropping Linnea into the hole, working backwards in time. Where there is, in fact, a horse-drawn carriage waiting for you with the mark of the von Kaiserling residence on it. And Teet is sort of frantically asking people if they've seen you. Because apparently you were supposed to come, but you didn't. And he went back to the docks and you weren't. So he's just asking people about you, but not necessarily in the politest terms. He's mainly asking for a weird foreigner.
That's definitely me. He's gonna like yell out, Teet, hey, where'd everybody else go?
Oh, Sir Komrik, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't know that you were supposed to be on the carriage when you weren't on the carriage, so I left without you on the carriage because I thought you made a deal with your friends that you would, I don't know, come back later or go with that nurse because you made jokes about pigs and nurses and I just didn't know what to do anymore.
He's gonna put his hand on his shoulder. That's all right, Teet. But pigs and nurses are very different, okay? They're not the same thing.
If you say so, sir.
Okay, all right. I just want you to know, because that could get you in trouble later on. All right?
All right, sir.
Say it out loud. Pigs are different than nurses.
Pigs are different than nurses.
Thank you. That makes me feel better. Do you know where everyone else went?
I mean, they're technically both families.
It could get you in trouble.
Pigs are different than nurses.
Yeah, exactly. Teet, you're young. You have a full life ahead of you. I don't want that to be something that you take to heart. And I'm telling you, these nurses are mean. No. It's okay, Teet.
I'm sorry.
It's quite all right. But can you take me to the where everyone else is? I know that I went off alone, and they're probably
they went to the
me.
church. Yeah.
Okay. Can you take me there by chance?
Of course. They did send me back for you.
Okay.
I just couldn't find you.
That's quite all right. You were in the perfect place. This is all my fault, okay? So whatever they said, don't worry about it. I'll
Thank you, sir.
Yep. So
will you be riding in the carriage?
No, I'll hop on top and explain the anatomy difference between the two, the pig and the nurse, and then you'll get it. Trust me, you'll get it.
Because you were talking about stuffing a pig, and I heard people talk about stuffing a nurse. Let's just go.
You're not wrong. I see where you're at, and yep. All right.
I have a lot of questions. Maybe we should just.
Yeah, let's
Go.
hop. Yeah, I'm just gonna start hopping up on top, and I think maybe you can teach me something, Teet, about these things. I might have judged a little too harshly, sir.
He just turns bright red and snaps the reins as the carriage rides off, and we move away from the scene before we lose Baker.
And scene.
This is great. It's not like people are dying right now at all. Speaking of, Fredrik.
Yes, so Frederick, I guess he'll put Rollo up in a less demeaning position of just flayed around on the floor. And
Wow, we're going full recovery position.
at least laying down proper.
I mean, when you start moving him, there's no actual words, but there's some response.
Mm-hmm. Then I guess I'll just putting my hand out on the wall, trying to start just tracing around and inspect the hole we're in.
Again, the main thing is definitely that head wound. I mean, other things were bothering him before, but they're like...
Right, but he's passed out and I can't do too much right now with him in a dark hole.
No, it's definitely going to be if he makes it through this, it's going to be like a prolonged way back from,
right,
traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, so I'm just going to inspect the hole we're in.
Yeah, it's empty. It's just packed dirt. Like a crawl space underneath the mausoleum, and in the mausoleum you have those nice big stone coffins that people are actually in. There's no dead people in the ground here. You're pleasantly surprised.
Okay, so there's no secret stairway or nothing. It's just a straight up hole.
Straight up hole. That also sounds vaguely dirty. We'll move on.
Phrasing should be the name of this episode.
I mean, I thought countdown was fitting enough. Like, there's 3 people's lives in danger, and you're fucking around as always.
Does it look like there's enough dirt around here for me to start compacting it towards one side of the hole entrance so I can get a better reach?
Yeah, if you put in the work. I mean, it is... So the soil here is not like a nice compact sand. We're talking... Please hold for Google. Peat, apparently. Peat soil. And sort of clayish. So, yes, you can move dirt, but it's kind of hard work. Doesn't yield easily. I'm saying you need to roll a force test, basically. Unless you're willing to go at a glacial pace. In which case it's like scoop, pat, pat, pat.
My only other option is to literally just sandbag Rollo out of here. And I don't think I want to do that.
Fair. Alright. I mean, it's mainly to see how long you last on the packing or the moving dirt. So I'll say, like, you can't really fail this, in the sense if you fail this, you don't additionally injure yourself because there's no time limit. I just want to see sort of how much of the ground you can move before your injuries force you to give up.
So force?
Yes. I mean, it's the brute strength to lift something heavy or to endure pain and hardship. That sounds about right. It's
2 6s, not too bad.
2 6s, all right. So you You don't get like a perfect little ramp where you could wheel someone up and out, but you can make a fairly good peep and place stand that would definitely help get someone in and out of this little extra control space.
Mhm.
While you're moving dirt and moving earth and like this is a far more literal way of getting your hands dirty than in your normal I was gonna say your job, but it's not even technically what Linnea hired you for. Extracurriculars. I won't call them hobbies, but definitely extracurriculars. You hear Rollo sort of groan out in very broken words. I always knew you weren't afraid of getting your hands dirty.
Mhm. That's how we like, keep talking, old man. These may be your last few breaths.
I need a refill on all my drinks, and I really need to stretch my back. So how about we take our break 15 minutes early today? And I can try and work it out so I can sit upright again. 15 minutes? Yeah, all right. See you back here soon. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets. Be good to each other.
Tuck, tuck.
I put
Over the top, yep.
Hello, and welcome back, I think. We were still talking to clear captions because some of us are really gross people. I'm not going to name names, but they'll out themselves eventually. Now that we're back from break, we're actually going to go back into playing this game. We're not going to mention what Komrik and Teet were talking about, but we will say that they are currently arriving at the church. I think Linnea's still getting drunk and gathering flowers. Astrid, looking at the map, I don't know exactly which way you went because the main path where the carriage would be riding is not the quickest way back to the sanatorium if you're using the foot and alleyways.
Mm.
So would you have stuck to the main road hoping to see a carriage coming, or are you just going?
Yeah, I wasn't
Fast
going
thing.
for like that's why I wasn't full out running. I was moving as fast as I could without drawing attention
So
to
you
myself.
would have seen the carriage around here, where there's currently a ping on the map in Roll20 that you can't see. But it's about 5 minutes out of the church. Out from the church, I should say.
Astrid
Like
is
on the
going
corner?
to swear.
You're like
Quietly?
where the Komrik, your carriage is about to take a right and then a left.
Oh, okay, I see. Yep.
Astrid is going to mutter swear words to herself and turn around and start marching after the carriage. Not going to yell, not going to shout, not drawing any attention, just like following the carriage.
So like we said on the break, we're having our little podcast on
Yes.
on the carriage, talking about
There
boy
are
talk.
conversations on
Boy
the
talk.
carriage.
is
Can
what
I
we
hear
came up
any
with
of these?
You hear the nurse. You hear the word nurse. You hear something about 4 feet being better than 2. Something about whether it's a sin if it doesn't have a soul. And then they've already driven by.
Would I have noticed as we're talking, or I'm deep in conversation?
Roll me vigilance, please. Since, Astrid rolled stealth.
Oh gosh.
I only rolled stealth to get out of the garden.
The roll counts for like the whole journey. Vaesen's very forgiving that way.
For the whole scene. So that is 1 6.
1-6. You do not notice Astrid as you ride by her. It's a very engrossing conversation.
Just really
Might
trying to
just call it
grasp.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're really digging into the nuance at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, does the carriage kind of have like? No, I'm not gonna try and do that.
Are you gonna Indiana Jones it?
When they pull up, Ash is going to like sneak around the side of the carriage and get up, like using Komrik as a shield, and go, keep driving until you go around the corner. Now, Teet.
Oh, I feel like that would scare the shit out of Komrik.
It's also scared the shit out of Teet. Like
how long have you been?
Drive.
Yes, ma'am. Teet snaps the reins, and the horses keep moving on the right corner.
All right.
God.
Stop, Teet. Stay here. Be inconspicuous. Don't breathe. Don't move. Don't do anything. Komrik,
I'm pretty sure I need to breathe, ma'am.
Fine, you can breathe.
Your ladyship.
You do what you need to do to survive, but stay quiet. Komrik. Lots of people are in trouble. Don't know where the fuck you've been. I mean, where you've been. But we're gonna get down from here. You're gonna follow me as quietly and as discreetly as you can. We're going to go try and save Fredrik and Linnea and Rollo, and then maybe kill
Rollo?
a priest.
Wait, what?
Just follow
Killing
me.
the priest?
Oh.
Why are you killing the priest?
Hey, Teet. All right, you didn't hear that. All right.
Are
we'll
you
finish
talking
this
about Father Cornelius? Father Cornelius is a really good friend with Lady Kaiserling.
You understand?
Kill him? Killing a priest is a sin.
I wouldn't kill him. The law would kill him for killing another human being.
He would.
Wait, what?
Hey.
Okay, so all right, Teet. Here's the deal. I feel like Astrid is not in a good place right now. She's obviously a little stressed out. All right.
I feel like I don't want to be hearing any of this.
You
Great,
didn't
then
hear
cover
it?
your ears.
We'll come back and I'll explain everything. I need.
Wait,
to
are you
figure
going to kill me?
No,
Is that,
I'm
do you just
gonna
go around killing people?
No. That's
Hey,
not
why
what we
would
do.
I kill you?
Why would you kill the priest?
Because he possibly killed Rollo.
Teet. All right, listen.
Teet is
so
starting to cry at this point.
Teet, look at me. I feel like we built some rapport here. You're like a little brother. to me.
Yes,
I
not
will
the
be
crazy
back.
lady.
We'll definitely take care of you. It's not going to be. Nobody's going to hurt you. Okay. Nobody's going to hurt this Father Cornelius. We're going to figure out what's going on. All right. Astrid, get the hell off the. Let's go.
Rollo is currently down in a hole with his.
We're walking away from Teet at this point.
Yeah.
Komrik, as you're walking away, just to see how well Teet's going to listen to you, roll me a manipulation test.
Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez.
Do well, Komrik.
Yeah.
Can I just make Teet fear me?
Yes, but that would make it harder, not easier.
There's no intimidation in this.
Oh, wow.
Sure there is, but it would just make him less likely to believe Komrik when he says no one's going to murder you.
It's a 1, 2, and a 3.
A 1, a 2, and a 3.
0
Wonderful.
6s.
Oh no!
So, Komrik, you're walking away, power walking with Astrid as she's spouting all of this.
I am speaking quietly. None of you let me finish.
And behind you, you hear a snap of reins and the sound of hoofbeats moving away from you.
Oh,
Teet is out.
That is not good. Not good at
Teet
all.
is, he is not waiting for you to come back and shoot him in the back of the head. He is leaving.
Astrid, we got to work on this bedside manner of yours. This is crazy. You can't be telling everybody what's going on.
Rollo's currently down in a hole, injured to the point where he is almost dead. Linnea had a complete panic attack while down in that hole, currently hiding in a tree. I am saying all of this quietly. hiding in a tree with a revolver because Fredrik is also down in that hole, highly injured, and can't get out. The priest put him there, and he attempted to kill Rollo.
Put him there. How? I haven't...
Well, my guess would be, from what I understand, he bashed him in the head and then dropped him in a hole to die. So you tell me how my bedside manner is right now.
All right. Well, it sounds like... obviously, Teet didn't take too well to it. I reckon that, if we run into people, they're not going to do well with this information either. So maybe we should play this a little close to our vest and maybe not shout it out at strangers.
That is why we're going to take the way back that I came so we can get to the mausoleum.
Well, I'm following you.
Anyone. I'm going to take the same route that I took to from the mausoleum back to the mausoleum.
Where is everyone else? Obviously, Fredrik
Anniek
is down with Rollo right now. Is he resuscitating him? What's going on?
1 second. Anniek, Astrid is going to be paying super hard attention to everything going on around her because she's super tense.
Roll me a vigilance test.
Tense and high.
And somewhat high. It's okay. I'm calculating the high in the DC of the thing she's rolling. I mean, she's high, Linnea's drunk,
1-6.
Great. You know there's no one.
Okay, that's bad.
I don't know what would make you say that. It is not like I rolled 3 6s for a person.
Your microphone's on. Just yeah.
I mean, that's in character
that was
right
for
now,
Baker.
right?
That was for Baker, not Astrid. Yeah. All right.
So well.
What was your question, Komrik?
This is definitely horror with a smile because I'm smiling. This is great.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be as quiet as possible.
Astrid's gonna pull out her knife as we get closer.
Your knife? What are you doing?
I'm sorry. If someone wants to kill us, do you want us to not be prepared? It's a fucking knife. It's not like I'm pulling out a bayonet.
Astrid,
From a distance, you hear hyenas.
Wait, what was that?
I'm sorry. I had a very hard day. Keep going.
Astrid, you're in a church.
I'm not in a church. I am in alleyways going to a mausoleum in the back of the church.
On church grounds?
Still technically sacred ground. Just putting it out there.
Well, I'm not the one who tried to kill our friend on sacred ground.
All right. Well, can you at least hold it down a little bit?
It's hidden in my skirts. What else do you want?
Maybe back in your pocket would be fine. But anyway, all right. It's fine.
So, Linnea, you hear 2 bickering voices approaching the mausoleum.
With your revolver out.
With your revolver out. And just a little bit drunk. But it's fine, because the drink gave you hope.
She's feeling good. She's not drunk. That's silly. It's like noon.
No, you'd never.
I don't know.
Everybody knows alcohol before noon doesn't count.
Medicinal.
Medicinal.
Hey, are there any white flowers anywhere?
Are you asking Linnea or the GM?
Yes.
Anniek.
There are. Yes.
Astrid's gonna pick one real quick and wave it. Just grab a couple
Linnea
and
find one
wave
in
it.
her shrub?
The white flag has been...
Linnea, can you roll me a vigilance for it, please?
Oh, look, she brought you flowers.
That's what I thought.
How am I so
A flower,
good and
singular.
bad at the same time? This game is fascinating. I'm here for it. Terrible at vigilance, very good at logic. 3 6s. Super glad I rolled them for this.
definitely not wasted. I mean, at least you're not shooting Astrid. I'm just putting it out there.
Can she see the person following us?
So as you're thinking to yourself, this is fine, this is medicinal, you see someone waving like a handful of daisies, holding Frederick's coat, looking like a hobo.
It's Astrid!
An attractive hobo, but still a hobo. There you go.
I will wave my revolver in response. Unless I found other flowers, in which case I will wave flowers.
Oh gosh.
You don't even want to know about her trigger discipline.
I was
Actually, I
assuming
think
it
it's
was
probably
terrible.
pretty good because I did some practicing and I have some skill.
She did target practice. Target trusting season mean you. All right, your trigger discipline is
Literally the only
admirable.
thing, but that's fine.
If likely to slip at any point in time. You do not shoot Astrid. Behind
Good.
Astrid, you see Komrik.
And behind Komrik, you see? Damn.
I don't know what you mean.
She
That's
tried.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright.
No, behind you, they're away running a message.
Oh, good.
Jeez.
Great.
Oh, Lord.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
Can I assume that Linnea has almost accidentally shot Frederick so many times from him just being behind her that she's learned her lesson?
That
That's
is
canon.
yes.
That is
Yep.
canon.
I
That is
want
canon.
that to be canon, yes.
Yeah. Komrik walks. Hey, Linnea. What? First of all, what
I
happened
fell
to
in the
you?
hole.
Second,
fell in the
can we
hole.
put the gun down?
Astrid's gonna hand the flowers to Linnea.
I
and say,
walked
"Look,
away
I brought
for,
you
like,
flowers.
I was only gone for 30 minutes. What are
She's
you?
gonna split because you said flowers. She's gonna hand one back to you, and it was like, I heard I'm supposed to give you flowers too. Hey, Komrik. Could you get our friends out of the
What is
hole?
going on?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Here's a
Not
coat.
to wear. No. We write it down.
First
Yeah,
of all,
Oh God, the hole.
what
We didn't
hole?
show him the hole.
Second of all,
She's gonna
Why?
grab your arm and
Oh
tug you towards the mausoleum.
just like
You know exactly.
yeah. Yeah, no, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
This is character player bleed right now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. This is
Like I just said in chat, this is on me. This is what happens when you break both the players and their characters. I apologize. I thought they were made of sturdier stuff.
Michael and I have too many in-person drunk shenanigans to not have player bleed at this point.
yeah, where you walk in and you say, "What the hell happened?" Yeah, no, that actually happens. All right. So we walk over to this hole where, what am I seeing here?
Hole? And Frederick! Wow, okay.
Yes.
We brought help.
Miss Linnea, are you drunk again?
No.
Why are you drinking?
Maybe a little. Look, I'm feeling better.
Frederick, it is a mess up here. Can you get up here and take care of this?
I could use some assistance.
Astrid's like,
Komrik.
we already tried that once. It didn't work out too well.
So what you guys are using is a jacket,
And opium.
a jacket and drugs.
And the good whiskey. But there's not a ladder.
Well, of course you did. I mean, I
Linnea
get
would
that.
like to look
how,
around
how
for
big
a
is the
ladder
hole
because
when
she didn't do
when
it
I look
before.
inside?
But saying it out loud,
Are you standing in? Are you standing in one spot and looking for a ladder,
So she
or
would have,
doing
dropped to
a
her
lap?
knees and looked over the edge of the hole to whisper, yell at Fredrik, and then after saying the ladder bit, and she'll get up and kind of do a loop of the room.
There isn't one in the mausoleum.
Oh Jesus, there's one outside of there, isn't it?
There is.
Oh my fucking!
Has been there since we started.
Nice. Yeah.
And last time
We're
everybody
doing real
said, we need to go to the harbor for a rope. And I was like, are you finding a ladder?
So, is there any rope around that I see?
No, there's still no rope. There has never been any rope.
Nope. Okay.
Can we revisit this conversation about rope and
Real quick, would Linnea have noticed a ladder when she was looking around for a hiding place? Is it obvious if you're on the outside of the mausoleum?
Sure, yes. It's in your drunken state, while Komrik revisits the rope in a city discussion, you suddenly realize, but wait, there was a ladder near the gardener's shed that you saw when you were picking flowers.
What a kind, generous, gracious GM we have. Linnea is going to take off outside without saying anything. Wait. How far away was the shed?
So
close by, actually. About if you're running, about a minute, half a minute.
Okay.
It's pretty well hidden because you're not
Sure.
supposed to have your tools visible because that's
Sure.
just very plebeian.
Then she'll say, if it's not right outside, she'll wait, be right back, and she'll take off outside and
preoccupied with the whole.
It was just as informative as when Astrid
putting
left.
her
So
revolver
should
in her
we-
bag first.
should we
She's not
follow
going
her?
to or her pocket. She's not going. Yeah,
you're
I
actually
wanna make
putting
that
it away.
very
I'm
clear.
very proud of you.
She's waving around a pistol running down the street.
Just talked about her lack of trigger discipline. So
Astrid leans forward. Fredrik, should I follow her?
I mean, I'm right
Leave it
here.
up to your
And yes, you
discretion.
should.
Okay.
why do you keep letting the children go off on their own?
Astrid follows Linnea.
Be quiet though. And then so I'm gonna take off my duster, and I'm assuming that my duster, being a longer trench coat type thing, it's gonna fit further down there.
Yep. Well, and Fredrik made a little podium out of dirt.
As he steps on the podium, it sinks because it's all loose dirt.
Because it was peat and clay. That's why it took so long.
Gotcha.
Komrik, can't you reach down here and try and lift Rollo out with?
Yeah. How about I get you out? Then I'll go down, grab Rollo, and you can pull both of us out, or I can hand him up to you. Either way. How much? I mean, how far is it? How deep?
I'm
is this?
already down here, so may as well just try and get him out now.
Can you lift him up?
I can try.
All right. Well, let's do it that way.
Excuse
So
me
we're gonna
while
start
I
with
try to expunge
Rollo.
This southern accent.
So
Sorry.
Fredrik, I don't want to put words in your mouth if I won't use the word manhandle unless it's necessary. How do you treat Rollo as he is?
Right. Yes, so I
wasted?
manhandle him by essentially grabbing
There
him
you
by the
go.
waist and just.
I'm pretty sure that's
You
what's
just
happening,
Lion
but I
Kinged him
don't
up?
want to
You just
make you
Simba
say
him?
it.
Yes, I just Lion King him down. And he's like, here, grab him.
Look, the only thing broken is his skull. What could possibly go wrong?
It just reminds me of that meme where you see, Rafiki just throw him off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeet him off the. Yeah.
Yeah, so at least, I mean, he is semi-conscious. He doesn't have a lot of control over his body, so it is a little ragdoll-ish. As you're lifting him up towards Komrik, you see that head wound. It was briefly, wasn't sort of bandaged, temporarily bandaged. But as he's being ragdolled and manhandled out of this mausoleum into the top floor, part of the bandages peek away, and there's just bone and brain matter just exposed.
In my
Where'd you get him up?
former life, this is not any different than what he's seen in war. So he wraps one hand underneath an armpit, and then the other one kind of braces, grabbing his belt, trying to lift him up like a fireman's carry, pretty much. So one underneath the back, supporting the back, and then one grabbing the belt. He's gonna try to lift him up carefully. Seeing how Fredrik is manhandling him, he's gonna treat him a little bit more.
Just for the sake of it, could you roll force for me?
Of course. What could go wrong? 2 6s. Nice.
That's enough. With Fredrik's help and the little podium, you managed to pull what's left of Rollo into the ground floor of the mausoleum.
And then I'm gonna put my duster down and try to pull Fredrik up. He's just double my size.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another force roll.
Can Fredrik attempt, what do you call it, a running jump in the podium and do that whole, what do you call it, like a American Ninja thing where you grab the ledge and
pull yourself up?
That would be agility, though.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
And I'm pretty sure it's
And can I assist by, like, when he grabs, then I can grab him and try to pull him up?
I mean, if he misses the ledge by a mile, there's nothing to grab. So let's wait and see what he does first.
Yeah, he biffs it.
He biffs it. There's nothing to grab, Komrik. I'm sorry. Fredrik, please describe your brave but foolish attempt at being Nordic ninja warrior.
Fredrik greatly underestimates his weight, and as he steps on the podium, essentially it crumples beneath him and he slams into the wall.
Oof, so we're talking like down course stone. Like we're not talking mincemeat, but there's definitely a fair amount of vibrations.
Sounds about right.
All right. Do you want help now? Are you done?
If help shows up, I will not deny it.
Down goes the duster, and
Yes.
I wrap it around my forearm. Grab onto one side, and I'll pull you up.
In that case, force with assistance.
All right. Assistance is one extra die, right?
It's just a +2, I think.
+2.
+2? Oh, okay.
Let me check. Not pushing things, just helping each other. Okay, so you have to describe how you're helping, which I'm assuming is simply by climbing halfway up yourself, and it's between the +1. One person is helping you, a +2. If 2 people are helping you, etc. So one person's helping you, so it's even just a +1.
+1.
+1.
Did we biff it? Do I fall back down?
It's
At which point we're going to start talking about more conditions.
2 6s, so he's pulling with all his might.
Oh, well, I'd say that's enough to make it if Fredrik's like helping. I will say that as you're pulling him up, the first thing you notice as he's coming up is just cuts down his face and like a little bit of brickwork stuck underneath his eye socket.
I thought you and Miss Linnea were like a prissy bunch and don't quite get dirty.
Sorry,
like
what did
this,
you call me?
Prissy is what I thought you were. I said I thought. I guess I was wrong here. You're quite dirty, and it sounds like you really got into the mess, huh?
Yeah. I thought you would have gotten rid of those notions the first time I brought you down.
Just being prissy doesn't mean that you don't like to fight. I'm glad you could hold your own. It seems like we need to get you guys some help, though. As he's putting his duster back on.
Right. Well, where is Miss Linnea and Astrid?
That
is a good question. How did you?
Is a good question. Linnea and
running
Astrid.
through the fields.
How's it going? Are we talking hand in hand skipping through a field of daisies, or is there some focus left in your life?
There is definite focus, I'm assuming.
Ladder.
Let's hope.
How high and drunk are y'all right now is the question.
It is.
Drunk. I'm feeling good.
Of course you are.
Before noon.
Hey, we all need to day drink sometime. It's good for the soul.
I mean, you got rid of the hopeless condition. It's clearly worth something.
Yes.
All right, so let's say Linnea at least still has enough
Wherewithal?
focus, will left in her life to head for the shed that had a number of gardening tools, including but not limited to a small ladder. Astrid, you didn't know why she was running, but as you follow her, and she skids around a little row of pear trees, you too see a little shed with little corrugated metal roof, green painted wood, and a nice brown ladder.
Linnea grabs it like a trophy at the end of a race or something. Like, look! This'll help, right? And we could use it as a
That will
stretcher
help.
if we need to.
Ooh, yeah. Because Rollo's not going to be able to walk.
I don't think so.
But don't you think we might need to, like, weekend at Bernie him out of here? Because wouldn't it be really, like, noticeable if we just, like...
It's my
walked out?
favorite.
Reference.
It's my
Sorry.
favorite reference
Do you
ever.
think
So to be fair, your DM doesn't know what you're talking about. So it is a good way to sneak stuff by me because I don't know what the fuck we're gonna bring.
Fine. Don't you think we should, like, resurrection men them out of here? That's a timely reference. That's a reference that would be.
Are you
Let's-
dropping that in chat? I hope so.
Does anyone know what the resurrection men are?
I mean, similar, but
I'm sorry,
No.
I'm reading the link on Weekend at Bernie's, but it looks ridiculous. So I'm
I
gonna
do
close
have
it.
the, like...
It is absolutely.
Resurrection
1989 American comic. A, I was 5, and
Good
B, I
news,
was
I have the
5.
Weekend at Strahd's module. Anyway,
Okay.
I mean, as long as you get me players for Horror Month,
we
which is
still
still
need
going on.
time.
Resurrection men used to rob grave and bring the bodies to physicians in order for them to practice dissecting on them.
Oh, like cadavers.
True.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, I changed
And
it to
sometimes
resurrection men.
Sometimes they pose them to look like regular people on chariots and shit, so they wouldn't get
Yeah.
busted.
So they looked like drunk men on yeah. That's why I said.
So about that
it's-
educational tag we still didn't get.
um
People are learning here. People are learning. The more you
History lesson.
anyway, Let's go back.
All right, you rush back with
Prize.
your loot, prize, ladder. And as you skid around the corner back into the mausoleum, proudly presenting your stolen goods, you see Fredrik and Komrik and Rollo all out of the hole.
I mean, ladders are full wood, relatively heavy these days, right?
Oh yeah, no, they're really heavy. I'm assuming Linnea and Astrid are carrying them together, and they are breathing hard. There's streaks of sweat. One of them probably has a splinter at this point. Like, these things are made of wood. Just wood. It's a nice iron nail.
Okay, so found a ladder. But you don't need a ladder.
I do see that. I wish I would have known that that's what you were doing, and I'm sure Fredrik here would probably have appreciated that.
Fredrik, what happened to your face?
I'm fine.
I don't know. You got like you got something right here?
Linnea's
doesn't
gonna
he have
like
something
walk
right
up
there?
right up close and like squint. Yeah. Yeah, I think you've got something like, no, not that side, this side.
Fredrik, he just takes out his handkerchief and he's just like, sure.
As he does that, some of the blood is soaked up, but you also hear like a disturbing sort of so as he's just sort of scraping across the gravel, and because he's not rinsing it, he's pushing some of it deeper.
Oh god.
But some of the liquid is gone.
Oh, nice.
Yes. He is distinctly drier and also more likely to get an infection, but definitely drier.
Astrid like looks around and goes, so do we go talk to the Baron now?
We need to get out of here and get Rollo somewhere that he can heal. Like, we need to get him out of here.
I don't trust the sanatorium.
I think
They're gonna
Leelo
lock us
would
up.
know, like the best of places, because she helped
Right.
Rollo before.
Or perhaps since Teet brought you here, we can ask him to bring us all to the hospital.
Well, I wouldn't really. And he looks over at Astrid with a flat pan face. Just
look.
I don't think that's going to be an option here, Fredrik.
And why is that?
Time was of the essence. I needed to talk quickly. Let's go.
So what had happened was...
we don't need to talk about this here.
Okay.
We're gonna get caught by the church.
Oh, now you're in a hurry? Okay, all right.
I was in a hurry before.
No. Don't worry about it, Astrid. And he grabs Rollo and throws him over his shoulder like a proper fireman's carry. How do we get back without anybody noticing this almost dead body?
Someone
I'll point out that as soon as you have made a proper fireman's carry that puts his head below heart level and his head wound starts bleeding again.
Would someone
Well,
mind
one, we
explaining
don't
to me
kill
why
him.
we do not have the carriage anymore?
And two, you were the one who
Should he be
disappeared all
bleeding
day.
like
What
that?
were you doing? Were you porking the nurse behind the church?
Okay. He sets him down. Yeah, all right. This isn't going to work. Fredrik, you grab one side. He's just not even going to answer your question. Fredrik, you grab one side. I'll grab the other, and we'll have him underneath our shoulder. We just carry him so he's upright.
Yeah, Fredrik's just going to wait for an answer.
Look, I scared Teet away. It's my fault. Yes, I admit it. Whatever.
Let's
move
Rollo
on.
somewhere.
And she-
After it.
Scare
Okay, we're
Teet
done here.
away.
Let's go. Yeah, all right.
How did we scare Teet
Walk and
away
talk.
now?
Walk and talk. Walk and talk.
Astrid's gonna slip under the other side of Rollo and just try and like walk him out like he's drunk. We are going to resurrection men this.
Hang on. Since you rolled real well for Rollo last time, I'll roll for Rollo this time.
Doesn't seem
Not
right.
these.
All sixes. It's GM rolls.
All right. So
I got 4 6s when I rolled for fun.
he's really not like you can. Depends on how slow you're willing to go. Once every few seconds, he can move one foot in front of the other.
So it's like he's drunk.
I don't know how slow you are when you're drunk, but I can move definitely faster than Rollo is currently moving when he's very drunk.
Is he wearing
I'm not
pants?
specifying in a straight
I'm
line.
sorry.
I'm talking about
what was
speed.
that question? Let's hear that one more time.
Yeah, I'm
One.
Is he wearing?
What's that last
Go
word
ahead,
there, Baker?
Go ahead, Baker.
Go on. Deep breath.
Is he wearing pants?
Yes.
Yep.
Baker, he is wearing pants. Wow, I did not hear any of this. I just heard high-pitched noises. I'm sorry. I got none of that. It was like someone's trying to feed
Even
a fruit
captions
bat.
were
I got
like,
none
"No."
of that.
We're not even going to try.
Even Google Meet tapped out. Like, it's just bat noises.
Yep.
I've got nothing.
I really so stupid. The question was after.
I got most of that. Yes, it was a stupid question. You know how people always say there's no stupid question? They're clearly wrong.
This is, by the way, horror TTRPG.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely horror.
yeah.
I occasionally describe terrible, terrible things. It's just that my cast is a bunch of... I'm not going to use that word in public.
Yeah. So
Translate it. So we don't
Even the
understand.
music gave up.
I love you all dearly. You are, I mean, I will say, Baker did say she was, trying to be the worst. We're getting there. You're getting, we're talking, there's a nice downward trend right now.
Anniek, what time of the day is it?
Lunches. Right after lunch.
Okay. So broad daylight, we're
Yes.
gonna...
Lots of people out about on the street going from lunch back to work. Peak traffic, some would call this. Because someone redeemed Graham's mischief. This is the most crowded the streets have been in recent
That's a
weeks.
point dump. That doesn't trigger anything.
Yep.
Oh no!
Now it does.
Oh no!
I'm using it to punish you.
So you just had to ask about the
Linnea
pants, didn't you?
would like to dump a little bit of her, like if there's even like a drop of whiskey left in her flask, which she would not have slugged the whole thing down, but on Rollo's to make him seem more drunk. This thing to make him seem more drunk.
Okay, okay.
On his
Okay, so
his
it's not
collar?
we're not antisepticing things. We're just going with the he's so drunk he can only walk
Right.
one pace
At the
every 10
moment.
seconds.
Ashwood's gonna look at Komrik and say, just reach under his jacket, grab his pants, pick his feet up, and walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold him one of my arms underneath his shoulder, underneath his armpit, and then from this side, y'all can throw my duster. He's gonna take his duster back off, and then you can throw the duster over the top, kind of like he's wearing a hood, and just get him out of here.
Fredrik is going to... You said the streets are very crowded, right?
Yes.
Trying to find someone who looks relatively competent and say, we need emergency medical services now. Please, can you run to get them for us? Our friend is in grave danger.
You accost a dock worker who sizes you up. Doesn't seem particularly inclined to assist you. Then takes in all of that, all of you, and goes, All right, wait here. I'll get the doctor and the constabulary. Everyone stop.
I'm not too inclined to stick around right here and just be standing on the side of the road with this.
Do as you will, Komrik.
I mean, anybody else? I mean, we could. I think we should go towards Leelo. I mean, we could just definitely go. At least stabilize him there. She's pretty much the only one we can trust right now.
I think you're right. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I already said that.
Did you? Okay.
And the most mentally capable person of this group right now, not talking in general, I'm talking about right now, taking in account all of your statuses and conditions, please roll me a vigilance check.
I'm assuming that's me.
I mean,
Well,
I have nothing.
Frederick
to
stands a
do,
chance.
so. Vigilance, you said?
I can only roll 3 for vigilance, so if someone has better.
I can roll a 5.
Me also. Why don't you go ahead and take this one?
I got 2 6s.
2 6s.
Nice.
So, as you're saying this, you notice 2 things actually for 2 6s. You notice at the far end of the street, so if you're in roll 20, here-ish, the carriage and Teet
Can you
smoking.
ping
Probably
that
shouldn't
one
be.
more time?
Teet smoking, not the carriage. Putting it out there.
Thank you.
Right there. And at the same time, you notice someone who looks familiar to you in the sense that you saw them in the church the first time you visit. And they're slipping around the corner here.
And where am I currently?
Right there.
I see.
Mm.
I see. All right. I guess I'll mention to the group, like, if you truly believe we need to make haste towards there, Teet is right there. Get him back.
All right. Well,
Astrid's just gonna be like, I won't say a word.
yeah. Let's get Rollo over there. I think Teet will understand the situation and what dire need we need, or that Rollo's in, and then we can go from there. We're being tailed, so like that's obviously this is going to be. We can't slip him with this, with Rollo. It's just not going to happen.
Who's gonna get Teet?
I will hold Rollo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you and one of you two do it.
All right, you seem to be the most physically well of us right at the moment.
I'll go get Teet.
We'll
Can
all
you
head
do-
in the direction now. You please hurry after him.
Okay. So I'll go over there. Are you going to take care of
Wait,
that
so
guy over there?
did everyone see
No, just
the
you.
other guy or just me? Okay, because I haven't mentioned the other guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
We didn't.
So I'm going to go get Teet. I thought you already said that you passed along that information. So I'm going to go head off towards Teet.
As you're approaching Teet, he sort of drops the cigarette and goes, "Look, I get it. I heard nothing. Please don't kill me.
Teet, it's all right.
I'm sending money home to my mother. She has another 4 kids. If I get killed, then they have no income.
Teet, listen. We're not here to harm you.
That's what you.
I know what she said. She was in stress.
She's not the only scary one in your group.
I get that. He picks up the cigarette and hands it back towards him. He says, "Listen."
You just immediately start smoking it again. This is like this,
shaking.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Rollo, the older gentleman that was with us, he's hurt and very hurt, and we need to get him back to somewhere safe. So that, and we would prefer it to be taken to Leelo's place, the Drunken Sailor, where you picked us up from. All right. Can you do that? And no harm is coming to you.
I can just Rollo or all of you.
Oh, we're gonna see him through, so we're gonna get him there, and hopefully we can take care of this. But that's what she was so upset about. You understand? Like, he's got a gash in the side of his head. He's bleeding out. So it was.
Fine. Well, it is pretty much. I am supposed to be driving you around. This paycheck. I will take you to the Drunken Sailor.
All right. So yeah, I waved towards them to just come on, because it'd be faster than saddling up the horses and going that way. So
everyone was distracted. I'm gonna try and slip into the alley where I saw the other guy.
Sure. I mean, it's a bit of a walk and then a bit of a duck. So by the time you get there, you don't see them.
I'll do that thing where, someone who has no business doing it walks into an alley knowing where they're going.
Yep. I shockingly know what you're talking about. You stride confidently.
Mm-hmm. Because nothing wrong can happen in the daytime.
Definitely. But you don't see a strange figure, or a regular figure for that matter. You see a stray cat.
Mm. This is like the alley type where I can circle around, or not? Or does it come to a dead end?
I mean, around is a pretty long around. Like, we're talking around a block around.
I see. I'll follow it around.
Okay. The cat sort of follows you, sniffing at you, hoping for treats, but you don't see a person.
All right. If I don't find anyone, then I guess I'll just exit on the other end, closer to the carriage.
Okay. Meanwhile, drunk Linnea, high Astrid, steady Komrik, and terrified Teet have managed to wrangle Rollo into the carriage. And are waiting for Fredrik, basically.
Teet, we missed you, Teet. Thank you for coming back for us.
That's really quite all right.
It's really nice,
He holds out a handkerchief to you. There.
Astrid pulls out a coin and goes, "Can I bum a cigarette from you?"
No.
God.
Please stay out of my aura, ma'am.
Komrik is just going to be like, Astrid, can I talk to you real quick?
No.
Oh, God.
That doesn't sound like fun.
This is the worst.
Yes.
Linnea.
Hey, you came back too.
Hi. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm Yes, I did. I'm sorry that I left.
Hey, yeah.
Where
Um,
were you?
Yeah, I saw a ghost. I followed it. I thought it was something. It didn't turn out to be
ghost?
anything. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. In fact,
Like a ghost?
I wanted to talk to you
Ghosts
about it.
aren't corporeal.
It's
Or
fine.
like a
It's
ghost.
fine. Well,
Ghosts aren't corporeal. Spirits can only speak to you through the veil.
I
They
have a
can
really
You ever heard
weird
that
relationship
saying,
with
like-
you all. It's really
I
pretty.
bet you do.
It is.
It must be amazing.
And again, this is the worst. All right. So, Linnea, do you have any coins on you?
Yeah.
Can I have a couple?
Yeah, sure, why not? She's just gonna hand you her bag.
All right, thank you. Where I'm from, I was told like we're not supposed to go. Men specifically aren't supposed to go through
Why?
a lady's bag.
What
so
do you think's in there?
Can you just hand
Do you
me
think
the
I have a
coins?
snake in
I
there?
don't know.
It's not gonna bite you. It's just rope. No. I don't.
You
He's just
should
gonna-
keep it.
I
He's
don't
gonna
have
then
rope.
just
We were
open
talking
the-
about rope
the
in my bag.
bag.
I don't have rope in my bag.
Oh, okay, all right. And
Ash was
he's-
like, you should keep a snake bag. It can
It
bite
would-
people
it would
when
be
it goes
funny.
in there. It'd be funny. It would be funny.
this is
At
great.
this point,
This-
Fredrik returns, and Rollo is seeing his life flash before his eyes.
By any chance, has the dock worker returned with the doctor?
There are people hurrying back towards Ish because they're kind of like you've moved a few feet to see two guards sort of with a man with a doctor's purse, sort of where you were before, sort of looking around, going,
Hey,
Ash
I'm
was
pretty
gonna
sure there was
pull-
someone here requesting assistance.
Ash was
I'm gonna
pull
flag
up.
them down.
They come
have to-
hurrying towards you.
Fredrik,
Ash was
Fredrik.
gonna
You
pull on-
recognize this doctor. It is the
Oh.
man who believes that blood can heal anything. Dr. Norman.
No,
Hmm.
we need
And
to
he
leave.
eyes specifically Astrid very suspiciously before honing in on what's left of Rollo.
Ash was like pulling on Komrik's sleeve, and we're like, we can't let him heal him. We can't. There's something wrong there. You can't. It's bad. It's
I
really bad.
was thinking the exact same thing.
No, they have like demons there.
Okay,
They have demons there.
less
We have
is
to
more.
go.
Okay.
Less is
They're
more. We gotta
torturing
go.
people there. We have to go.
Teet, get up there. Don't listen to this right now. Earmuffs.
I'm sorry. Did she just say demons live in the sanatorium? Is that what I just heard?
In front of the doctor?
Because I can take you to the sanatorium right now, because I think it's where she needs to be.
Been a long day.
Teet, sometimes I definitely agree with you. And Astrid, we talked about
Astrid is
this.
full on panicking.
Linnea's gonna like
Astrid is,
Yeah.
like,
take her
complete-
hands and like
completely white.
Tate's got nothing left. Tate has nothing.
If Linnea takes her hand, she's going to feel that she's gone like before when she was really, really cold.
Okay.
She's gone that cold. She's
Yeah.
terrified of letting that doctor do anything with Rollo.
Linnea, you know what to do.
Oh,
With
I was
Astrid.
gonna take the
And
horses
he's gonna
and
turn
go.
to Teet.
Oh,
He's
thank
gonna
God.
grab
Okay.
his hand. Oh, okay. And then he's gonna put the coins in his hand, and he's gonna be like, "Listen, take us to the Drunken Sailor now. Get up there, Fredrik. Get inside. This is not gonna
Fredrik,
go
in,
good.
in now.
Get inside."
Gotta go.
Open the door
Miss
for the
Linnea
doctor.
said, "You see."
Yes, I
Nope,
open the door so
nope.
the doctor
Only
can
you.
get into
Just
the
you.
carriage
We're going.
along with
We're
us
going.
towards the
Nope.
Drunken Sailor.
Oh god, now I have to roll for 2 NPCs. All right, I'm gonna roll against myself and see who is faster, the
Yay.
doctor or Tate.
Please take.
Fredrik is helping the doctor for a +1, and Komrik is helping Tate for a +1. So that evens out nicely.
Oh.
Let's see which NPC wins this one. Right, they both have 0 successes. No, wait, because they have +1s, which actually means the doctor has success and Teet still doesn't. I can turn this 5 into a 6. So the doctor clambers aboard just as Teet begins taking off. And you are all in this carriage together. The doctor goes, highly unusual. Please, just let me at the patient. And he starts to, like, pick at the everything on Frederick's face.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Not me. Maybe I'm gonna point to Rollo.
Astrid's
You're
going
telling
to,
me he's still alive, and he just,
Astrid's going to slightly block Rollo and, like, not let the doctor near him.
Leave him alone.
You're that strange lady that came. Please, ma'am, stand aside.
I don't trust you.
Just let the doctor
Frederick!
do his work.
I'm going to
I don't know what
I'm
his
going to say this
credentials are.
once.
I don't trust him.
We're not letting the doctor help Rollo. Any of us.
Miss Linnea.
He has a bleeding head wound. Let me
With what are
treat
you going
him.
to treat him?
He sort of holds up his bag and goes, medicine!
The same type of
Are you
medicine
drunk?
you use to lock
Are you
people
drunk?
up?
Are you high? Your pupils are huge, and he just shoves you aside. And just, once he's pushed Astrid to the side after telling her she's stoned to fuck and yelling at Linnea, he just focuses on Rollo. And he's like, stay out of my way, or I will have all of you committed.
Sounds like a real doctor who uses science. And she says this as she's glaring at Frederick.
I'm sorry, is he cultist saying this?
So, as you're having that fight behind the doctor's back, he does in fact treat a critical injury and manages to heal one of Rollo's conditions.
We still don't trust him.
Because he is an actual fucking doctor.
Still don't
Doesn't
trust
make him
him
a good
farther than I
person.
can throw him.
Oh, God.
I will point out Rollo seems considerably more responsive at this point in time. And now the doctor is shielding him from you, because he's like, you're stoned, you're drunk, you're crazy. He's done with you. And he sort of wraps on the top of that carriage and goes, I don't know what they're paying you, boy, but you better take us to the sanatorium.
And I'm sitting next to Teet like, I know what it looks like. I get it. I totally understand. This
Didn't
is
you
not
hear
the
the scuffle? They wouldn't even let him treat him. Miss Linnea's drunk. Miss Astrid's high. I don't know what's going on with Freddy, but he's scary.
Teet, you understand why I walked away, right? You
Don't
see
understand
this
why
mess.
you came back. Why did
see
you
this-
come back? Why did you
Somebody-
drop? Why did you involve me in this?
I feel terrible, Teet. I really do. The thing is,
I'm taking everyone to the sanatorium.
no.
I cannot make the doctor angry.
No, take us to. See, this is what we were talking about. I paid you a little extra. Take us to the Drunken Sailor.
You cannot pay me enough to make the local doctor, who is the head of the sanatorium, and can have everyone committed involuntarily, angry with me. So he just
See-
sort of gives you the money back.
See now,
I
Teet,
cannot make money for my family if I'm dead or committed.
you're absolutely right, and that's when I pull my pistol, and I pull it out very slowly, very methodically, and so he can see it. Now, see, you took the
I
money.
thought you weren't going to kill me.
Yeah, well, you said you would help us out, and
That was
now you're
before I
going
knew
back
how
on
many
your word.
crimes you were committing.
It's only crimes if you see him.
No,
And he'll
that's
cock his
not-
pistol.
that's not how.
I'll say it one more time, Teet. Go to the Drunken Sailor, or we can settle this right here.
As you're rounding a corner, you have your pistol cocked at him. two things happen. He pees himself, and he tosses you the reins and leaps from the carriage.
Well, that's not really what I was expecting to happen, but hey, it's gonna be a bumpy ride, he says down below. Puts his pistol away, and then he takes the reins. At least he handed
Does
them to me.
Komrik know how to drive carriage?
I feel like that would be something an officer would have to know for managing troops at one point in time and getting them to and fro. I don't know why I said that.
I'm
but,
pretty
yeah.
sure the officers are the ones who get
But there'd be
driven
some
around.
pretty like up close
Yeah.
observation.
Sure. Well, yeah, it's definitely a bumpy ride, but at least you don't like tip over at any point in time because it is a well-maintained road.
There's definitely
As
a
you're-
couple woes in there. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean those things are pretty hard to steer, but you do get everyone back to the Drunken Sailor. As the doctor is still having a standoff with everyone inside this carriage. You pull up in front of the inn.
I'm gonna open the door, and who's the first person
Linnea's-
that I see?
Linnea's gonna be
probably
like, as the
Linnea.
carriage is like rolling to a stop, she's going to be like trying to get out of there as soon as possible to get help from inside.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna head inside. I'm just gonna leave this. This is your guys' mess.
The doctor is still with Rollo.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find Leelo, or at least try to find her. Go inside the Drunken Sailor and knock on the. Hey, does anybody know where Leelo is?
If
We need
Komrik's
assistance
gone
now.
inside,
Leelo? I suggest you try Tuliak.
What?
Tuliak! Her inn?
She's not here.
No, she had to leave. This isn't technically her inn.
Where's that at? Maybe you can give me directions.
Near one of the craters. It's invite only.
Invite only. All right. Well, a room, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
Payment up front.
You guys are not as nice. All right. He just what is the payment? He's just gonna reach in, try to. Hopefully, I have enough money.
It's 2 silver for everything.
Yeah. He gives him the 2 silver. Is there somebody that? Yeah. No worries. All right, we're gonna go grab somebody, and I'm gonna head back out to try to help get Rollo inside.
Speaking of, Astrid and Fredrik, you're in a carriage with Rollo and
If-
Norman.
Komrik went inside, Linnea
What's
would have
going on?
left him to it and would have like no.
Okay, I thought
Not
you
if
went
Komrik
inside.
did. So I'd like make sure the horses aren't going anywhere because they've now been left unattended.
Fair.
I'm watching the doctor.
The doctor's watching all of you.
It's fine. I'm watching the doctor and Rollo. I'm the one who at least summoned the doctor in here. So.
Honestly, Rollo looks a lot better.
As I get back out there, what's the scene that I see? It's like all staring at each other.
Oh yeah, no, it's like, you know that meme with all the Spider-Mans pointing at each other?
I love it. Everybody's just
Yeah, basically.
gotcha. Rollo, we got you a room. Doctor, thank you ish. And what is going on?
Hey, what is going on? I am called to come save someone. Some high witch talking about demons won't let me at my patient. This drunk young noblewoman is just crying in a corner being useless.
So scared for him.
You tell me what's going on. What is this nonsense?
I wish I could tell you more. I don't know too well, but I
You
think...
wouldn't let the driver take us to the
It's an
sanatorium either.
antiseptic.
Everything in this carriage smells like whiskey,
It's not
ma'am.
my fault.
Look, this man, and he gestures to Rollo, needs actual care, not carousing in an inn. Something funny, sir?
Who are you talking to?
The correct place for him is either a hospital or a sanatorium. A sanatorium is by far closest. I've already successfully tended some of his wounds. Why do you insist to put him in a disgusting environment, unmonitored, around people who will be drunk and carousing? Do you want him dead?
No, he has a person nearby that treats him, and it was just the easiest landmark.
I think Fredrik will go. If you all want to stay, go ahead and get yourselves rooms. I will join.
He's
Rollo
not going to the sanitarium, Fredrik. He's going to his doctor.
And who, pray tell, might his doctor be?
I don't know.
Then I shall enlighten you, good lady. I
You are
am
not. He came with
his
us.
doctor.
We don't know you.
I am the only doctor here.
Sir, you will watch your tone when you speak to me. I know you don't know who I am, but you are not better than I am. He is staying here.
I know you are drunk and disorderly and associating with people of bad character. And I know you are between me and a man who is bleeding and losing brain matter through his hair. I do not care about your station in life. I care about your lack of common sense.
Fredrik's just gonna go, Miss Linnea.
I do know that
in
tone.
that tone, you know.
Fredrik,
Sir, last time...
a doctor was recommended by our friend last night. That is where he will go.
I ask of you again.
It was not
ma'am.
you.
What doctor?
Yeah.
Out of character, is this true?
Yeah, y'all think
it
Eva
was.
doesn't remember stuff. Eva remembers stuff.
No, I was like,
Also, pretty sure the doctor wasn't local.
I as a
In
player
fairness,
do
I
not
did
know-
think Leelo said it was
remember
like
this.
Leelo said it was like right down the street, but fair enough.
I will point out the sanatorium.
I
is
know
right
that was not where she recommended though.
I will also point out that when it came to someone treating Rollo, Leelo was talking about herself because she
I
was
thought she
flirting.
said something about like a chiropractor or something.
Yes, Leelo meant herself.
Okay, well,
Leelo was
That
going
I
to take
remember.
good. Leelo was going to take good, tender
Yep,
care of
we-
Rollo if he
That's
we
only
will
it.
let her.
recall Linnea
That
does
was
not
what I remember.
understand subtlety like that. Even though it wasn't subtle.
And we were also very drunk, I believe.
To be honest, neither did Rollo. Rollo didn't pick up on it either, but Leelo absolutely intended for herself to get her
That's fair
hands
enough.
on a naked Rollo.
Yes, just because I don't know his name doesn't mean
I'm pretty sure Astrid
Oh,
and or Fredrik would have picked up on that, though. Probably even Komrik.
Am I a joke to
Astrid
you all?
is going to back Linnea. No.
Linnea might be. But yes,
Well, it doesn't
Leelo
mean
was
that what she
talking about
said.
Leelo was Leelo was
doesn't
trying to
mean-
ship Leelo and Rollo. She wanted in.
And that's what Komrik remembers, so that's why he was trying to get him back to the Drunken Sailor.
Yeah, well, Leelo isn't here, so that's a slight problem.
Yeah. All right.
But
Well-
technically, she invited Rollo to her inn because she invited him so we could
that's
go
true.
to her inn.
Yes, you could.
So what they said in there was that Leelo isn't here.
Oh. So
Leelo
then-
is not a doctor. I mean, she
You know,
gives great
for a
massages. I'll give her that much.
Doctor who's
But
so...
she is not a doctor.
I do like this. I do like this doctor even more now, for whatever reason.
Because he's calling us on our bullshit.
I mean, first of all, he makes a very valid point. It's not very sanitary.
Well, we're
Putting
not.
him
This
in
is
a
a
room.
waypoint. Does nobody understand? This is not his final destination. That was not like a final destination joke. Yeah.
Phrasing.
Oh no. Yeah.
Phrasing.
No, this was a waypoint.
A goal
I-
reference.
I think I didn't see that movie.
Don't It'll ruin your life.
Sorry. Go ahead.
One of those fancy moving pictures they all have now.
More witchcraft.
Witchcraft and sorcery. Burn it all.
Look, we're
Doctor, I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out a way to get him back to Leelo, just because we are going to check in with her before we're going to leave. I know that he's not in great care right now.
we are a transportation
look at
service.
us.
We are not
Understatement.
tending to him permanently.
Right.
If
right.
Leelo went back to her inn, you're talking several hours away on narrow, bumpy roads. I have stabilized your friends for now, but that journey will kill
it's-
him.
Better than laying dying in a church like he was.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you heard her right. We found him like this.
With his head bashed in underneath a mausoleum by your church. We don't trust any of you.
What exactly do you think
Somewhere
my
our friend
church
got
is?
his head bashed in.
Yeah.
So you're not aligning yourself with the church?
Which church? There's 5.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that.
We say the name of the
The
church
ch-
because we would have known.
The
it.
only church
The
that your
Church of
town
Saint
bothers to
Nicholas.
put on the map.
The church that we were standing in front of.
Technically, you were at
Yeah.
the crossroads to the von Kaiserling's residence and a von Kaiserling carriage, and I did not note any nearby churches, but considering you're talking about the Russian Orthodox Church, no, ma'am, I am not Russian Orthodox. Though I will tell you that accusing people of murder willy-nilly
no,
while
not murder. He's
high
alive.
on whiskey and opium. Yeah. I have a hard time
You have
believing
very
you.
good
Are you sure you're not
nose.
hallucinating? Also have the feeling you're driving away from the point. Namely, this man here will die if you leave him in an inn, and he will die if you take him to an inn several hours from here in
And
a
what
coach.
And what are the chances you ever let him out of that sanatorium if we let you take him?
If he recovers, he walks out like 90% of our patients. 95 probably, if we're going to be perfectly honest.
What about the other 5% that you keep locked up forever?
Actually, we don't keep them locked up forever. I have great contacts with a mental asylum in Riga.
Hey,
That
how
sounds even
authentic
better.
does he seem?
All right. Yeah, can we do like a...
Yeah, no, you can roll observation.
What? Oh, empathy. I was like, why don't I?
Okay.
Empathy, yeah.
Astrid doesn't.
And I do
is never
remove
going
one
to
die
trust
for
this
each
doctor.
condition, right?
Right.
4.
Yes.
Each mental, yes.
No sixes. I am.
I thought one of your.
You're right.
I thought your
Oh, you're
talent
right.
made it so you only
Oh,
didn't have.
brilliant.
See, I pay attention. I'm helpful sometimes.
Baker is. We're not sure about Astrid.
Astrid trusts no one. Astrid definitely doesn't trust the people.
Astrid is on a path to get Rollo killed come hell
So
or high
really,
water.
Astrid and Fredrik should
Yeah, one.
Astrid,
1/6.
or no, whoever I am. Linnea also had 1/6.
I'm sorry.
Whoever
I'm
I
already
am.
thinking of my future character still.
I got 1/6.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
1/6. Komrik had 0 6s.
0 6s.
Astrid.
How many beers?
Please get some beers.
Oh Jesus! Of course. If he's a good person, I'm gonna be so mad.
How many 6s?
4. Don't
4
worry
6s.
about it.
Yeah.
Linnea. Hey, Baker.
What?
He's a good person. Choke on it. Happy birthday. He's just pissed because you're weird and he wants to save Rollo.
You see Astrid just like look extremely angry, and she's like, "Fine,
We're just
we'll
very
trust
worried
you."
for our friend. Thank you for taking care of him. Despite our best efforts.
Doctor,
I
you
appreciate
can't
that.
understand, like, he's harmed by somebody. We're trying to figure it out, what's going on, and we don't know. So, it's hard to trust people that we don't know. You understand? So
I do. I do tend to leave that sort of thing to the law. I just treat.
That seems fair.
I totally understand.
Linnea is
commit someone
studiously
against
not
their will.
looking at Fredrik.
Frederick just pats on the shoulder. It's okay, Miss Linnea. We'll discuss it with your parents later.
Gonna tell your parents.
It's really good that I kept the angry condition.
Yep. So, with that, I would like to wrap up this scene with
yeah.
the doctor taking Rollo to the sanatorium, where he will receive excellent care.
Why am I the one keeping everyone in check? I'm supposed to be the one who's...
How does it feel, Wilde, to be the sensible one for once? I feel like this is just great punishment for what you put me through in Uncaged. And I think we can wrap today up with the moment that Komrik shares with the group as you watch the carriage with Rollo and Dr. Norman roll away, that Leelo has in fact gone back to the Silyak Inn, hasn't told anyone why, but connecting the dots in your mind, there might be a fair amount. And that's where we'll leave it for today, having made absolutely no progress on the mystery. Y'all, that baby is dead.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't say I
Like
didn't
you
try.
haven't even met the child yet. That kid is done for.
Oh man.
I tried so hard.
I
You
tried
did.
so hard.
Normally we would follow it up with and got so far, but that's not true either. You didn't get you got hang on, let me check the map.
I barely see
You
Rollo.
did you got 700 meters. That's well done.
Oh no!
Incredible of
Yes.
you.
Oh, man.
How about we go around and do like sign offs and tell people what your favorite part of today's game was? Why don't we go go reverse order. Baker, why don't you put that giant plushie down and tell us about you and your projects and your favorite part of the day?
Hi, my name's Baker. You can find me here and only here. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter, where I mainly just post food or occasionally rant about politics this week. Ignore those. My favorite part. Teet smoking outside of the carriage, just like, get out of my aura, woman. Like, just that. Just like Teet being like, get out of my aura.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Me? Okay, that was unexpected. Hello, hi, I guess
Not if we're going in reverse order, technically.
Hi, I'm Eva. This is my channel. What a joy. We just finished our weekly Vaesen. We've got Monster Hearts starting in 40 minutes because I don't understand what schedules are. It's fine. Horizon's Call is off this coming week, but we'll be back on a date that I absolutely know, the 31st. Look at that, the 31st. And yes, horror month to come. Time frame. Otherwise, for me, my favorite part was essentially being harangued into letting Rollo live. We really
you
were
so determined to get him killed. Like, I don't know why you hate him so much.
Sorry, Kappa.
Speaking of haranguing people, Wilde. Somewhere
Yes,
behind that
hello.
cattail.
I'm Wilde at Wilde Engineer on Twitch and Twitter. I guess aside from here, you can catch me on Saturdays on Other Doc's channel for some Invisible Sun, where my other disaster character helped our group essentially change the universe by forcing a restaurant to have a permanent brunch. Yes, that is a thing.
Sounds like Invisible Sun, honestly.
I guess my favorite part of today was probably Astid and Linnea going through all the tropes of a wonderful newly fledged flirtation, and it being absolutely none of that.
That's the reason the term disaster lesbians is a thing.
And the strange turn of events where Fredrik is somehow the one vying for Rollo's life most vehemently.
Yep. Rollo owes you. Owes you. Words are words. Something. Speaking of people who owes other their lives. Mikyl.
Hi, I'm Mikyl, and you can find me at Mikyl Sandoval at either Twitter or Instagram. I'm more on Instagram than Twitter, so I'm working on that. So there might be some old things on there from like 2013. I was just going through my Twitter like, oh, hi. So I do some art, I do some things. I'm here on Eva's channel on Saturdays for Horizon's Call with the wonderful Derek as our GM, and I play a paladin who is very dark. So it's fun. Yay. And my favorite was realize, and this is kind of why I didn't watch the episode after I left, is because I feel like Komrik has a lot of questions. And he got 0 answers. So
Komrik and Mikyl both.
Yes, we came into it, and so my favorite part was kind of just like being at the hole and being like, wait, you did what? So yes, that was my favorite part.
that leaves me. Oh no, I wasn't prepared. Hi, my name is Anniek. You can find me on Twitter at Anniekster. I don't think I've used Instagram since 2011. Ish. You can find me here for Vaesen. I don't have any other stream games right now because players and dates and schedules are the real horror, and I have so many ideas and so little time. But at some point we're gonna run more horror RPGs on Eva's channel right here, because it's tons of fun. Although I did also back a magical cat game that I have to run somewhere at some point. So, just follow me on Twitter. That's usually where I share that I'm doing things. Also, I do watercolors. I just finished a bunch of commissions, and I'm opening my commissions soon. Probably next week. When what I have right now is going to be shipped out, but I can't show them because the people who are going to own them haven't seen it yet. But commissions will open soon. Very excited. And a little nervous, as always. And my favorite part of today... I mean, that's one of them. Yes. Also, what? Yeah, all true. A lot of my stuff. I started doing my favorite part, and I'm trying to be a better person, but I can't. Telling Astrid he's a good person. It was worth it. It was worth all of it. Can't go wrong there. So we'll be back next week, where maybe at some point we'll do something about this whole mystery thing. I'm very glad I didn't set a hard end date for this campaign, because we're not going that fast. It'll be fine. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen next week. I was going to I'll give a teaser. I have no fucking clue what these idiots are going to do. So we'll just tune in and see. Tune in and see what happens. See if they save anyone. There's 3 lives in the balance. See if they're going to go, 0 for 3, or if they manage to do any better. Same time, same place. Be good to each other. Pet your pets. See you next week.